che si mangia la zita, che si mangia la zita, che si mangia la zita la prima sera.
Che si mangia la zita la prima sera.
E nu panare de bere galante, nu panare de bere galante, nu panare de bere galante, sempre la zita la tavola annanzi.
Nu panare de bere galante, sempre la zita la tavola annanzi.
Cari amici sportivi, welcome to yet another edition of Red Card Weekly. Here we mostly speak about Serie A, sometimes some international, sometimes some European. And yes, we're not professionals, nor do we pretend to be. I am one of your co-hosts, Vince. Nella mia vita ci sta il Milan pieno del mio cuore e adesso ancora di più perché c'è il ritorno del professor Tavares. And I have to my right, always faithfully, every week, Steve. Yes, Matti scored 2 goals for the Viola today.
Matti, I told you never to. Don't put Matti and me in the same conversation.
Yes, I did. So that was the rhyme. Okay, so Steve's got a bit of anger. You know what? Why don't we just get straight into it because we got a lot of things to talk about. We're going to start off, guys, this week. We're going to start off with the Roma game. Steve, let me ask you this: Is this what we're going to be looking at all Serie A, like having an explosive attacking Roma with even Bastos coming in to reinforce, as we've learned, didn't go to Napoli. But is this what we're going to see, that they're going to play like this with these, when they're not scared of the opponents, when they meet a Juve, they meet a Napoli, they meet a Milan or Inter, they seem, you know, what do we do with this game?
I don't know. Like I've mentioned before in the past, there for me, it just boggles my mind the difference between Roma of Saturday and the Roma that we saw against Juventus, and that's why I was so frustrated. And I was on the Twitter just telling everybody that I know who's a Romanista, how could you come out with a performance like that? This is not equivalent of what your team could produce.
Yeah.
And the thing that bothers me the most is that to win the Scudetto, to win the Serie A, there are a lot of things that have to work in your favor. But one of the things that you could control is that winning mentality, that championship mentality. And that championship mentality on Roma, I don't know if they have that yet.
It's I think it's a matter of time because Rui Garcia is he seems to have controlled the personalities in the locker room. He's got kind of like a dictatorship kind of, but it's working.
It's working, but his comments just contradict that completely.
Yeah, I know.
Saying that it's just Europe their goal. Come on, Europe might have been your goal at the beginning of the season. It's not anymore, and you saw how they destroyed it. Very active. Florenzi, very active.
Yeah.
Lilich looked like the player that they actually wanted to buy from Fiorentina.
Definitely. With Totti on the bench, Nainggolan was on the bench.
They're deep enough now with the Mercato. They're having a fantastic Mercato, except Nainggolan, for all you Romanistas, good, you could take him for that amount of money.
Quick prediction. Do you think that on the 21st, Juventus versus Roma, obviously running the same players on the field?
I don't know, and it's going to frustrate me a lot. Juve do not deserve a free pass to the semi-finals of the Coppa Italia, so Roma better come to play.
Let's seriously hope so, but for all Romanists, I think you should still keep on believing. I don't think this Serie A Scudetto race is...
Destro another goal.
Destro another goal that likes to eat a shirt as well too. But World Cup Destro, we're discussing this on Twitter, I'm not 100% sure about Destro. Right now, he's playing really, really good, but Steve, I think we saw some other players.
He's playing really, really good. He's scoring the garbage goals that they need to score. Next.
Juventus at home against Mihajlovic and the Sampdoria.
Oh, Sampdoria this week?
Sampdoria. So that was quickly up to 0, and then we had a little banger goal, a 2-1 there. I think it was a deflection.
Yeah, auto goal.
Then the 3-1, the 4-2. Let's be honest, I don't think Sampdoria were going to win this game, but I like what Mihajlovic has brought in. Like, they kept on fighting. But in the end,
Sampdoria has an attitude. Sampdoria has an attitude, and Mihajlovic is playing the cards that he's been dealt.
Yeah.
Those are the cards that he has, but his team comes to play every weekend. And against a team like Juventus, at 2-0 down, for them the game wasn't over. I could admire that in the Sampdoria. Yeah. For the rest of the team, they made a statement. You're going to play Sampdoria, you're not guaranteed 3 points anymore.
That's a very good point. And like with looking at all the changes, how deep they are, how many good players are still not getting any time whatsoever playing. Like, you know, a guy like a Quagliarella, even, okay, like we like to make fun of Giovinco, but Giovinco does have talent. It just seems like right now these guys have this mental kind of blockage.
Loriente is scoring goals.
Yeah.
That's why they bought him.
And nice goals.
Yeah. he's using his physical attributes to score those goals.
Yeah.
He's taller than everybody. He's getting on the end of crosses that are being delivered by the wing backs, Lichtensteiner and yesterday Asamoah. What a fantastic game by Asamoah. So everything's working right for Juve, but they came back. But guys, it's Pogba. We need to talk about Pogba. What a mistake. Manchester United, I'm sorry, that's a miscalculation of
Keep on
talent.
saying it over and over again, but Pogba, I think we're both on the same page that they better get rid of some other like talent and cash in instead of like just keep Pogba and
Keep him there because he's gonna be one of if Bale was sold for $100 million with this guy's physical attributes and what he could do with the soccer ball, yeah, he could be something unstoppable. Juve's culture is perfect for Pogba.
And they definitely need to win more than just a Scudetto for me to have them some sort of success this year, whether it be the Europa
Well, look,
League
there's
or
a lot of
the
pressure
Cup.
on Juve. We're not going to talk about the Champions League anymore. We're going to talk about it because they didn't make it to the round of 16. I just like to throw that out there. So now they have Scudetto and Coppa Italia.
Yeah.
They want to win them both, yes. Can they win them both? Yes, because they're deep enough to win them both. But they're going to have to sell in the Mercato. I don't believe Vucinic is going to be there for a long time. They're going to have to make a decision with Quagliarella and Giovinco.
Marquisio possibly too.
Marquisio too, who knows? Talking about Juventus, and all of a sudden we got some real jam. It's jam. Jam music. Goodbye.
I made a little video, Steve, which describes the Allegri to Seedorf saga, according to Red Card Weekly.
Time. Baby, come back.
Il professore!
Oh yeah, I'm the best dancer on YouTube, that's for sure. Oh, you're back.
White man can't dance. I wish I had some rhythm, you know?
You have no rhythm, it's terrible. Wow.
And I was surprised to surprise you with this video, but you're just enjoying every single second of it.
Everybody knows I'm the dancer on YouTube.
Milan, Verona, that's your little thing there for Red Card Weekly this week. Wow, okay, so we decided that we were going to play a game for the first 30 minutes, and if I have to hear somebody else say, wow, great possession, great, we're not Barcelona, guys. Possession, we don't win games on possession. It seemed that we took our foot off the pedal after a while. Yes, penalty, would it be dubious 50-50? It was a penalty. A lot of people, like, everybody on TV, the pundits, even on La Moviola sports media said, because what they were saying is that tackle he shouldn't have made that tackle.
Just made the tackle.
He should have made that tackle. So Verona, but kudos to them. No Iturbi, no Tony because he had the
Iturbi
flu.
was playing.
Sorry, Iturbi. Jorginho that didn't go. Luca Toni has the flu. He had the flu.
Yeah.
He couldn't play. But in the end, guys, were we convincing? Not at all. But I wasn't expecting Seedorf to come in and make all these changes.
But that's something I want to say to everybody, all the Milanese. You know that me and Vince are Milanese. Please, with Seedorf, just manage your expectations. Guys, he's not going to come in and reinvent the wheel. We've played this before. We've played this formation before. And thanks to Allegri, we lost Pirlo, who this formation was built for.
Yeah.
Leonardo came to Milan, and when he was coaching with the players that he had, he developed this formation for Pirlo. It took Allegri, the ham of all hams.
I'm not going to talk about Allegri.
No, but Allegri.
Steve, the 4-2-3-1 should be the formation that we need to keep, right? But here, Robinho obviously, yes, that sound is Steve's dryer. It makes a little sound when it's actually done. Mine doesn't do it. I don't have that kind of money. But Robinho goes with El Shaarawy, right? We got Honda over here, but Honda, this is maybe straight into the I like the way we can move players around, but let's say a Poli or a Cristante, we're going to start straight because they don't have the same qualities as the young, like as a defensive midfielder. And then we're talking about Essien. Where's Essien going to come into?
I don't know. This formation, they just have to stick with it for a certain amount of time. It's going to work, the formation. Yes, possession, you said. We're not Barcelona, we're not going to... But look, guys, let's face it. Our defense sucks. Okay? Now, because our defense sucks, the best way to protect our defense is to be on the offensive. And we saw it. For the first 20 minutes, very offensive. They're pressing high up the field. Will they be able to maintain that? They're going to have no choice. The physical conditioning has to improve at Milan because they're going to have to press them.
I'd like to see a bit more Rami play, but Zapata actually had a good game today.
Zapata had a good game. Bonera, he limped off injured. We might see Rami again, but that's another problem. We need continuity. Consistency. Continuity at the center back. Yes, we're stuck with Bonera, Mexes, Rami, Zapata. Find a way. He's going to have to find a way to make those players work.
In the end today, I know we needed a win. We didn't say we had to win pretty. We won ugly today.
No, they just need points.
But it was good to see Balotelli score on a penalty. He had missed there, his last two. So, Forza Milan, as always, guys. Let's take it over to this morning at 6:30.
Wow, has to be probably the strangest game that I've seen in Serie A this year.
It was penalty. Then it went up 2-1 for Lazio.
Yeah, Sonia Miso, she must have went mental.
I actually messaged her today on the web BBM and I felt bad for her. She was having a really bad day. And I could understand because what happens there, like an own goal to get to 2-2, and then we have Hernandez with a Profeta with a fantastic
That's
strike.
the Hernandez that everybody wants to see. But Lazio was not in this game at all. At 2-1 Udine, the keeper from Udine decided to come out almost to the penalty spot and punch out a ball, which ends up hitting off his defender and going in the back of the net. Now, if you don't call that bad luck, I don't know what luck is anymore.
Seriously,
that's terrible, because at that point, Udine, we're going to get 3 points, worst case scenario, a tie.
Yeah.
And they put Lazio back into the game, and you just saw that Udine was just demoralized.
Maybe Lazio after a game like this, that, you know what, guys, they probably deserve to lose this game.
Another thing I'd like to bring in, I don't know if it's me, and it's just two things that I noticed, they're very, very odd. It seems like every time Guidolin subs out Di Natale, something bad happens after.
It's true, huh? It's true.
I can't remember exactly, please don't quote me if I'm wrong, if this was the game before as well. As soon as he subbed out Di Natale, they went down. This year, against Lazio, as soon as he subbed out Di Natale,
missing the
something bad happens again.
Or...
Yes, there's something mentally wrong at Udine. Guidolin, he's going to have to fix it.
We had an actual entertaining game. We had Bologna versus Napoli. This is the one that you watched here, Steve.
From Bologna and Lazio of the previous week, which was the worst game ever that I've ever seen, and the commentators from Just to the Goal agreed with me, surprisingly. Bologna came to play today.
Yeah, definitely.
Bologna came to play, and they put Napoli back on their heels. Rolando Bianchi seems to score goals.
Ex-Regina.
Yeah, ex-Regina. Seems to score goals at the most opportunistic times.
Diamante serving those assists there. Diamante.
Delightful. Diamante himself not only serving those crosses on a silver platter for Bianchi, but also his compete level was so much greater today. This is the Diamante that everybody wanted to buy in the off-season. Not the Diamante of the first half of the season. I understand for him, it must be a little bit demoralizing to play with Bologna, but this was Diamante that everybody wanted to buy. Guys, Napoli.
What do we take from Napoli, Steve?
Napoli today is the big loser of the Campionato.
That they are, because everybody else won. So
exactly, they dropped 2 points.
Rafa Benitez, some couple of changes. I don't know, like with the Hamsik. Obviously, he's okay, Hamsik, but he's still off the bench. But this is probably his facial expression was like, what's happening? But this is what's going to happen. And they are actually a man up. No, if I'm not mistaken, Napoli wasn't there a red card for Bologna.
It was Kone with a red card.
Kone with the red card. But if we keep on calling these things hiccups, Steve. But if they keep on doing these hiccups,
there's not too many. There's a lot of pressure on this Napoli side. They're a Napoli side that had the most amount of points accumulated at the halfway point of the year. But they need to do more. They've spent a lot of money. They're continually trying to spend money, but Roma keeps on hijacking all their transfers. But this Napoli, we said it at the beginning of the year, and I'm going to repeat it again. Defensively, on the tying goal, that was by far Milanesque defending.
I like that.
I've never seen that. The ball went over the 2 central backs. Rolando Bianchi, you left him alone. Of all the people, he was having a great game. And it seems like in Italy, this week, it was raining on the whole country.
Yeah, definitely. So Napoli, you can't keep on getting these hiccups.
I
watched Inter today play Genoa. This is the Antonelli goal. Hi, Nima. Hi, sempre Inter.com.
Sweden!
A lot of controversy about this game. There was a blatant handball by Kofi.
Would a ref just give them a penalty shot?
I think at this point, like I feel bad for Inter. I think it's like 23 or 24 consecutive games. Like that was a blatant. But I like when Mazzari came out and said, "Wait, I think there was 6 or 7 chances. Like even Palacio missed a couple of great chances. But when you don't capitalize, these kind of things, you can't get mad at the ref for being blind. But I can understand why they're getting mad because it keeps on happening.
It just keeps on happening to them. And
like Balotelli, like Kaká's penalty, they probably wouldn't have gotten it.
No.
But Inter, guys, this is quite the hiccups, if we're going to say, the last couple of games. They haven't won many. And when you take these kind of games to Genoa, Genoa too wasn't incredible.
And I would like a thank you note from all the Interistas out there, because Milan did you a favor. We beat Verona, so now Verona's not that much up your ass anymore.
You see how we try to help each other out, the Cugini. But yeah, so this is I think the mem for all Interistas, because yeah, SerieA refs are fair and never cause controversy. Said no Calcio fan ever. I think I'm just gonna cross out Calcio. Said no Inter fan ever. But Inter has to stop. Even though it might be obvious,
but it's not only Inter, it's all of the league. Guys, we saw in the Coppa Italia, Napoli and Atalanta, everybody attacking the side judge, Yepes getting a red card. It's become disgusting. It was a red card from Francisco Giacomo back in the day. You cannot treat these people like that. They're human, they make mistakes. Yes, it's frustrating as a fan. Trust me, as a Milan fan, we have players who look for penalties all the time. It's not going to happen all the time.
But Inter needs they need to get some bias because if your mentality of your players like, oh, it's like everybody's against us, but you know what, use that and
Tohier, does he really have the money? This is the question. Does he really have that money that he said he was going to have? I predict in a couple of years, Moratti is going to buy back Inter at a sconto.
Yeah.
Sconto would be a reduced price for all our non-Italian fans.
Yeah, definitely. But Inter needs something to shape up because I don't think Mazzarri is the problem. I think it's the players, because Mazzarri is a good coach, is a smart coach.
I'm not gonna take their level of talent is less than what any other team has.
Fiorentina, to our friend Jinkers, all the way there in Scotland, with the 3-0 win against Catania. Milan is a new coach. I thought Catania would have put up a bit more of a fight, but Matri with the assist on the first goal and the 2 other goals, doppietta personale per Matri. What I'm going to say to everybody on Twitter that kind of had a hard-on for Matri because he scored 2 goals, let's remember one thing. Now he's actually playing in his preferred position. He's got guys like Borja Valero, Cuadrado, guys like Pizarro that are feeding him. And you know what? He wanted to have a game like this, and he did. But what if these are the only 2 goals he scores all season? Everybody's going to talk about Matri the savior?
It's very possible. If he's going to score, he's going to score. There's 2 things I want to say right now. 1, he scored 2 goals. The 2 goals will break them down. The first one, he actually put some effort to get to that ball that was put in. So I gotta give him that one. He put some effort. The goaler of Catania, look, Catania is Catania.
Yeah.
For all our Sicilian fans, they're going down.
I think so.
You know, let's face it. So it's a weaker opponent. That's fine. I'll give him that goal. His second goal, look, he's picking up the scraps. That's what he was supposed to do. Unfortunately, with Milan, with the bad luck that Milan had this whole half a season, he was not going to get those opportunities.
Let us remind everybody that yes, at the end Matri was getting on our nerves, but at the beginning, what did we say? It's not that we have a problem with Matri. We have a problem with Matri being at Milan when we don't need
Matri.
Exactly. That was the big thing. And even in Barone from a Curva Sud said that's why he said no Matri, no grazie, because it wasn't to him personally, but kudos to Montella.
But I do have to bring something up, and I do have some respect for Matri. Because he came out when the loan was complete and he said, the problems that I had at Milan were my problems. It was because of me.
Yeah.
It was not because of the team. Which I could attest.
And it is only a loan deal with no diritto di riscatto, so the whole plan is to have him back, but I don't know if Seedorf's going to do anything with him. Guys, we got our red cards of the week as we do every week. I'm going to give it this week again to Be In Sports. Be In Sports, before the Juventus match, tweets out, Juventus has not conceded in their last 6 league games. Are they going to keep up the streak? Really, Be In Sports. So Be In Sports, you are the provider of SerieA to North America. You broadcast the games, and you have somebody tweeting that out. And it's funny how they didn't reply back to me, or like to me it was sad. Steve, I was pretty sad to say, like, you know, so...
That should be a general red card. When someone sends you a message, you should have, and the message actually makes sense.
I wasn't offensive.
You should have the common courtesy to reply to them.
Yeah, so, but you know what, Be In Sports is pretty sad because who had scored there that goal? Penilla. So Penilla's goal in Fantasma, un gol fantasma doesn't exist. Be In Sports, once again, red card to you. Steve.
My red card,
sorry.
One would be to Vince, to break my TV. My red card goes to the whole Ballon d'Or fiasco stuff thing there. I'm really happy that Cristiano Ronaldo won. I'm honestly saying it true.
Yeah.
He really deserved it this time. He lost it some other years when he should have had it. But Ronaldo, come on. The guy's a physical specimen.
Yeah.
He's made out of stone.
Yeah.
You could chisel, his body's chiseled from Michelangelo.
Chisel.
He receives the Ballon d'Or and he starts to cry. Come on, Jesus!
Maybe he was emotional because his dad had passed away.
Where have we come? You keep those emotions for yourself. That's why they gave you the Ballon d'Or, because you're the best player.
So your red card is to Cristiano Ronaldo crying.
Crying. He won the thing and you're crying.
With Pele next to him, who was next to him? Pele, or he had his little kid with him?
I don't know, just don't cry. Just keep the emotions inside. You're Cristiano Ronaldo. He's really tough on the field.
Yeah, that's okay.
You
So
understand? The persona doesn't match the person who won the Ballon d'Or.
maybe it's something to do with his dad. I'm not sure. But if your red card is to Cristiano Ronaldo crying, hey, Cristiano Ronaldo
That's
crying.
my red card.
And you know what? The little secondary red card to all the people that said Ronaldo won because Messi was injured. Guys, seriously, don't just look at your numbers because Cristiano Ronaldo really beat everybody on that one. Guys, thank you very much for watching once again, and shall see you next week. Ciao.
Ciao. Every football t-shirt again, another one. Best.